All right, we got a question about 4.3.7 where it tells you to ask for a number and then report whether it's positive or 0 or negative. The guy's going to enter a number and you'll tell him it's negative, or they'll enter a number and you'll say it's positive, or if it's 0, that. Now, we're going to get our input, which we've done before, and that's not too bad. We're going to say number equals input, insert a number, but this is not enough. We need to get the number in Numberville, in Numberland. What I mean is we're going to wrap this with int, because let's say they put 55. We don't want the character 5 and the character 5. We want the quantity that we call 55. That could be called something else. If we were doing Roman numerals, we'd make it LV. If we were doing binary, we'd make it like, 10010 something something. That's the idea. Now, we're going to do a little bit of conditionals. Conditionals means there's a condition. If the condition is true, we do one thing. If it's not true, we might do something else. The way to write this, the bad way, the ugly way, is this. You would say if number greater than 0, print that number is positive. If number equals 0, print that number is 0. And if number is less than 0, print that number is negative. Now the reason this is bad is because, first of all, it works. It works just fine. Let's check it. Enter number 0. That number is 0. Enter number 9. That number is positive. Enter number negative a lot. That number is negative. So it does work, but the thing is, this is a little bit wasteful. This if works, and this if works, and this if works, but let's say we enter a positive number, which is most likely, then it's going to check, and then it's going to continue to check for this and check for this, and that's wasting the computer's time. The computer is going to have to do stuff that's hopeless. If something is positive, there's no chance it's going to be 0 or negative, but we're making the computer do it anyway. But we want to be nice. We want to be like the boss who lets them take a break when their work is done. We want to be efficient, and the way to do that is using some ideas called else. So we can say, hey, if it's positive, we'll say it's positive, and then you're done. You don't have to check the others because we know they're not going to be there. So theoretically, we want to order them where the most likely one is first or the easiest one is first. And I would say it's probably the positive, because if you ask somebody for a number, they're much more likely to say a positive number than a negative or 0. Or even if you took numbers from a database of whatever, it's probably going to be positive, right? So we'll check for that one first, and then maybe we want to check for negative next, because 0 is so rare compared to the infinite possibilities of negatives. And then if none of them, well, it must be 0 for the last possibility. Now, I'm going to use something called elif, meaning, hey, if this is true, okay, otherwise, check this. Otherwise, we don't even need to check the 0. If it doesn't get this one and it doesn't get this one, then there's only one other possibility, assuming the user really did type a number and not like the word, sandwich or something, then we're good. Question. Okay, I'm going to stop this video so we have a nice short one, but you get the idea of a flow chart where it's like, if we go here, we're good and we're done. If not, we continue on to another part of the flow chart, but we don't want to waste the computer's time. If we check and they say it's positive, but they don't have to check the other ones, who cares? We don't want to make them do busy work.